Alrighty, keys are feeling a little slow so far. I've just done a couple warm-up battles, but it doesn't seem too competitive, so try to get in a couple battles here with some fun teams. He's got a Jungle Beak, but no Cyclone. Speed Balance, Wicked Soul. Alrighty. I'm probably going to start with the Wicked Soul. Actually, he might see my aquatic. Let's see. Okay, yeah, he's going to start with the flyer. That's fine. If he goes for a rain dance, I'll be able to dodge. Ugh, I hate that ability. It's so garbage. Oh, already I'm getting outplayed. Okay, he just wasted the second round of his rain dance. That's cool with me. See if I can eat the haunt with my aquatic. Totally did. And why on earth would he bring in his Phoenix hatchling? Not sure. I'm going to take half damage from those dots, so I'm not worried about dying on the back line. Almost accidentally selected my Aquafly. That would have been bad. Alright, I'm probably going to spam Plagued Blood because this guy seems to like to swap a bit. And I want to be able to heal up my Junk Hopper as much as possible. Yep. That's what I thought. Alright, is he going to try to bring in the undead now? No. He's done swapping. Well, I'm definitely dead, so let me Corpse Explosion. Would have been an epic mind game if he had just swapped there instead of killing me off. I would have killed myself with Corpse Explosion and wasted my undead racial. I'll just go for another Corpse Explosion, why not? Ooh. Since that's percentage based, it doesn't do less damage after I die, does it? Nice to know. Alrighty. I suppose I'll just go for Swarm of Flies. Feign Death, the Haunt. Oh, he's going for a Ghostly Bite. Well, he's dead now. And he can't do anything because Haunt's useless after you die. So I'll just throw up a heal for my Junk Hopper. May as well pop dodge. Since there is nothing he could possibly do while I have it up. No reason to save it. I'll just let my Swarm of Flies do some damage. Don't see many haunt pets anymore. And I have a theory, I might be wrong, but I have a theory that that might be why I haven't seen the split AoE bug in a while. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but my theory is that haunt is what causes that bug sometimes. If you don't know what I'm talking about, sometimes whenever you go for something like Avalanche or Thunderbolt, I guess. I've never seen it with Thunderbolt, actually. Maybe I have, but some AoEs like that they're supposed to do, say like 500 something damage split evenly. if you have one pet remaining on the enemy team, sometimes it'll just randomly decide to do half damage instead of full damage to them, as if it was doing, you know, damage to 2 pets, but there's only 1 left. So not sure what causes that bug, and I haven't seen it in a while, so I'm wondering if haunt might be what causes it somehow. Let's try this. I have a Hearthy team, and hopefully it shouldn't embarrass me as much as my last Hearthy team. That was not well thought out. If you didn't watch my last video, I made a team with Hearthy using Arcane Storm, Restored Revenant, and then I just threw on an Enchanted Pen for coverage against aquatics without thinking that my portal would bring in the Enchanted Pen, who I obviously didn't want to bring in after I threw up Arcane Storm. It was a bad team. So I gave up on Arcane Storm, swapped to Arcane Blast. I'm also trying out Wild Magic. Amplify Magic's probably better, because I've heard that Black Claw and Amplify Magic don't stack. I've actually never tried it myself, so maybe I'll test it here if I have an opportunity. But if they do stack, obviously that's going to work really nicely with Immolation. Even if they don't, they're both really good complements to the Rebellious Imp. Like Roscoe said, though, Rebellious Imp fits into any team. He's just an awesome pet. Probably not better than the Fiendish Imp, but situationally he can do things that the Fiendish Imp can't. If you get countered by like a Sandstorm, Rebellious Imp can generally, as far as I know, hit through... What's the hardest hitting pet with Sandstorm? I'm going to say it's the Shore Butterfly. Yeah, it is. It blocks 82 damage, and Rebellious Imp's power is 90 for Immolation. So it still does some damage, which means you can still heal in the backline even if they have Sandstorm. I don't know if that works for an Emperor Crab, though. Yeah, it doesn't work against an Emperor Crab Shell Shield, but I don't run into Emperor Crabs very often, thank goodness. I was thinking about trying out Shell Armor instead of Black Claw. That'll probably do better in PvP, especially if these two don't stack. I would imagine Shell Armor is much better. But I mean, for now I'm just going to test it, see if I get a chance to try to put both up, and see if one cancels the other, or if it bugs out in any way. This Chitterspine Skitterling looks like a fantastic pet to put with any humanoid, because he's a double counter to undeads. And if you run Shell Armor and Dive and Pinch, he can probably take out Fiendish Imps on his own. I'll definitely give him a tough time. It's not a hard counter like an Emperor Crab, I guess, and Shell Armor does have some downtime, but definitely looks like a good pet. There we go. Double dragons. I am super jealous of your little Deathwing. We got a power speed? No, speed balance. There is no power speed. It's another fairy dragon. A speed balance, another fairy dragon. And a power balance, Iron Starlet. probably the most worried of the Iron Starlet. I think I'll start with my Imp. Go for an Immolation, see if I can dodge something important with a portal. Looks like I sure can. Okay, is he gonna go for Call Darkness? He might. And if I portal, I'll bring in Hearthy, so I can dodge his... Oh, he went for a roll. Well, I should have just gone for a burn. Oh well. Good thing I have 2 portals. Oh, that's funny. I didn't think about that. That is awkward. Well, this is... I was going to say this is my tank, but I kind of need to save him for the Iron Starlet, so I guess I'll bring in the Chitterspine. Ow. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and bring in Hearthy. Start stacking up Arcane Blasts. Kind of disappointed myself for that mistake. And portaling right back to my Rebellious Imp. It's kind of just a team building mistake more than anything. I guess what I should have done is I should have taken some damage on my Rebellious Imp, so that's what I'll do in the future. I guess I'll go for Wild Magic. Go ahead and bring in my Rebellious Imp. Go for an Immolation. I'm sure he has Life Exchange or he would have used his dodge already. Gonna go for a portal now. Better go for another portal because he's definitely gonna go for that. Oh my goodness, he's totally outplaying me. Alrighty, well. He might go for the Life Exchange now, so I better not bring in Hearthy. Oh, he just never let me know what he had. Okay. That's probably the best thing he could have done, honestly. Go ahead and bring in Hearthy, just so I can let my Rebellious Imp heal for a little bit. Take weak damage from all of his attacks since he doesn't have Powerball. Let's go ahead and get Wild Magic rolling ASAP. And Hearthy, you're dead. It was nice knowing ya. Oh, that hit. Oh, right. He ran Toxic Smoke and wasted his supercharge. Oopsie. That's why Powerball's... Well, that's one of the many reasons why Powerball's better. There's like 3 I can think of immediately. Powerball's better because it gives you damage diversity, it gives you speed buff, and because it doesn't mess with your supercharge. Yeah, that was an awkward battle. Neither of us played very well. I guess lesson learned is if I want to keep playing this team, take damage on your Rebellious Imp. So that you don't portal right back into him. And I never got to test whether these stack, because my Chitterspine died too quickly. Or did I test it? I'm pretty sure I didn't, because yeah, I went straight and I portaled, and then I portaled immediately, so... Maybe I'll come back to that team. But for now, let's play this team. Probably got time for 1 or 2 more battles. I did a warm-up game with this team and basically soloed somebody with the Specimen 97, so he's definitely a good pet, but I was going up against really, really like tier 3 pets, so against like Twilight Clutch Sisters he might not be as good, since he does take the extra damage from elemental attacks. That Twilight Fire is going to hurt real bad. But as long as he's faster, he's kind of like a rabbit. He has a dodge and a burrow, and I have a dazzling dance to make him faster. Oh, rematch, cool. Okay, well, I have the advantage now that I know exactly what you're running. Since you don't have Call Darkness, I don't have to worry about that. Still never found out whether you have Life Exchange or Evanescence, though, but I'm sure you have Life Exchange. I'm gonna go for Murgle to start things out. Ooh, that crit's not gonna help you out. I'm gonna be able to dodge your nuke. Old Deathwing just is not the best for PvP. It's probably an amazing PvE pet, though. I mean, look at that attack power. That's scary. That's as much as the Emperor Crab, right? Sure is. Alrighty. Should I go for a burrow? Nah. Ouch. Okay. Let's bring in Murgle, I guess. My flyer's kind of worthless against the dragon, so I should go ahead and use him now. Alright, that was good use of my moth. I regret nothing. Ooh, nice crits. His best move is probably just to spam Toxic Smoke. Oops. Well, he might go for another Toxic Smoke, so I'm going to dodge. Yeah. Let's go ahead and burrow. I'm fairly confident Murgle can 1v1 the Nether Fairy Dragon. Is a double enough to kill him? I think so. Sure hope so. By 3. Just barely. Alrighty, am I dead to a Toxic Smoke? Yes, if it crits. I'm going to be greedy and go for a dodge. Hope it doesn't crit. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. You must have had extra damage from Wind Up still. Good to know. Alrighty, let's go for a Dazzling Dance. Sure hope you got this, Murgle. Is he gonna Life Exchange? Oh, if he had, I think he would have won. No, I think I still would have won even if he had. I'm not sure. Definitely a misplay to go for that dodge, though. I'm not bringing my best today. Sorry, guys. And what's going on, Blizzard? Well, I was hoping to do one more team. What should I play? I played this one already, right? Yeah. Ooh, I could play this team. I don't think I've ever recorded with this one. And this combo's super good. Roscoe is telling me to try it out, and it catches a lot of people off guard. Nobody really sees the Vilebrood while playing Match in the queue. Nobody ever sees a squirrel, and they do really well together. And there's a lot of third. I should probably do a Seeking a Third with these two because they're so good together. But Rage Peep is a pretty solid pick. He has the Maul with the bleed. He has the flying attack to cover for your weakness to aquatics, because both the squirrel and the undead have an obvious weakness to aquatics, since the squirrel has all dot damage and the undead has all undead damage. I mean, theoretically, you could run the magic basic attack on the Vilebrood, but that's not a good idea, because if you throw up a rot, then suddenly your basic attack is going to be weak to them. So that's one time where I wouldn't recommend damage diversity. I think I'll try to do 2 more games. I want to play with this team, and then I want to try out this team that Leo made, because I know he really likes it. It's pretty cool. I think generally this strat is you start with your Death Adder, you blind into a poison, maybe swap into your Wormy Tunkins, solo the whole team until Wormy's dead, and then you finish things off with Jikun throwing up acidic goo, which does count as a poison, Flock, and then puncture wound with Flock is ludicrous damage. Ooh, I love this guy. Fiendish Imp. Well, fortunately I have something faster than your Fiendish Imp, so I might be able to beat this guy, but it's going to be tough. I'm going to go for a bleed right away. I'm pretty grateful that he swapped me, not going to lie. Let's go for a Plagued Blood so that I can heal up my squirrel. Go for a Rot. If he stays in, that'll be a lot of damage. If he swaps, now he's taking undead damage. So I'm inclined to bring in my squirrel just to take weak damage from immolation, if nothing else. And if I can get a Nut Barrage on this Clockwork Gnome, it's going to be really good damage. Okay, that was a lucky triple. Kind of wish I had a shell armor or a shell shield right now. That would be really good for countering this guy. Okay, I'm going to bring in my undead. I'll go for a Rot. And I gotta try to check out this guy's racial. I'm gonna lose my undead racial here. I'm gonna go for a Plagued Blood so that I can heal up my squirrel potentially. This isn't looking good, but wasn't expecting it to be an easy game. Let's go for a wood chipper. Nut barrage. Another wood chipper. My squirrel's doing work here, filling up these multiple bleeds. And I want to go for a dodge, but he might swap into the dire beak, so I'm going to go for that first. Yeah, that was a good move. Got his racial. Now, should I go for a wood chipper? I think I should try to do as much damage to him as I can before he throws up his invincibility. And now, should I save the squirrel? Here, I'm just going to go for a crouch. Reapply that nut barrage. And then I think I need to save my squirrel for later. Oh, he's dead. Okay. Well, Maul does... what, 450? 461 damage, I think? So that's not quite enough to kill him. That's bad. I need a crit on one of these. Oh, no crit. Well, now I'm taking double damage, and I'm probably dead. Close game, but this guy is a really good team. But this team should probably be able to beat him, so let's go ahead and bow out since I'm clearly dead. And try out Leo's team against him. It's by no means a hard counter. If I wanted a hard... ooh. Who this guy? Oh, I didn't get a rematch. Let's see. Huh. Good team. AoE cleave. Not sure he's going to come out on top. I would probably guess him. So let's see what I can do. I'll start with my Death Adder. It's definitely my MVP. My Wormy Tunkins isn't going to be that great because two of his pets are faster than me and I don't have a speed buff. I'm inclined to go for Blinding Poison right away since I value my Death Adder so much. Okay, well played. I'm going to bring in my Wormy Tunkins. Go for a burp. Go for a corrosion. Okay, this is actually a pretty good matchup for me because this is the only guy I'm faster than. Let me just spam Jar of Smelly Liquid on cooldown. I'm not sure whether to use my Jar of Smelly Liquid. He's already dealing 25% less damage. Maybe I should swap into something else. It's a tough call. I think I'm going to swap into the Death Adder. Hopefully he just goes for a cleave. Yeah. If he'd gone for a Corpse Explosion, that would have been really bad for me, I think. So I'm glad he just went for the AoE. Okay, he went for a dodge right away last time, so... Is he going to do the same thing? He did. Oh, that's a bummer for you, buddy. I'm going to bring in my Tunkins. And throw up this so that your dot does less damage to me. And I somehow have to take out an MPD. How am I going to do this? Unless he hits on like absolutely the lowest end. No, yeah, there's no way I survive this. Okay. Depends on how high he hits with these breaths. If he hits low enough, I can get a flock on him and double damage puncture wound. Nope. Not gonna happen. Alrighty. I guess... Poison Fang? Hope I don't die to a breath. Blinding Poison. And I think I win. I'm not sure. How much damage does that do? 105 plus Beast Racial? What a game. That was close. I didn't need the crit, by the way. 140 plus beast damage was more health than he had. That was an incredibly close match. I did not think I was going to win that. Awesome team, Leo. Alrighty, well, that's definitely going to end the video. I think that's a good one to end on. If you have any teams you want to see me play with, let me know. And I'll see you all in the next video.